Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, for Hashem Kodash. Call Hallelujah Yahweh Hashem Shai, for Hashem Kodash. As in the ancient Hebrew, we say now praises to Yahweh in the name of Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the current name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, who the world only called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to our brothers and out there pushing this word in sincerity and truth. To all that believe in this gospel, Shalom. Brothers are from Camp James, Jamaica. This lesson, last is going to be a quick one. And let's not settle, for this kingdom. Only the kingdom of heaven, will accept is your visa, buying out people, people falling for the bug. I'm selling out them integrity, and all for temporal riches, or fame, or even receive them life, but us hopeful like you will only accept the kingdom. We have I think in Esau's world, if you go up against the state, like if you're a military member and so forth, you go up against the state and join league with another military, them call it treason. Us here the hopeful like we can afford to commit treason, and when the meds it what's here in this world, it's nothing. It's all tainted, and corrupt, as is written. Rise in the part, but this is not your rest, because it's polluted, it shall destroy even with so destruction. So Syria will basically, Lord's willing, push this truth until, death or deliverance. This is Isaiah chapter 62 in verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. He that made mention of the Lord keep not silence. So start mention of the Lord, you will not keep silence, and now will shut up. You're not can threaten away, you're not can frighten away. As well we are part of the hopeful elect. Because we'll not fall for these things, Because an idea of what true desire is ultimately the kingdom of heaven. Nothing else will do. Even Apostle Ramlau, he did a lesson that a few months back, and that was the title, Nothing Else Will Do. We'll accept nothing else more than the kingdom. Because when you look on it, what we are going to do? You see me? When the 70 turned back and stopped following Yahushai, he asked his disciples, will he turn away also? Peter turned to him and said, we are going to. Those the words of eternal life. And us analyzing this world, we say you're not there. Right, so there's nothing to turn back to. There's nothing to accept of this world, because it's all tainted and destructive, and ultimately Yahushua is coming back to destroy this place. So we will not rest. Last week maybe that may entitle this lesson. Give him no rest until they make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. That's the end game, And nothing else will stop at nothing else. When the chip come, make mandatory, or Esau put gun in your head and say, if you don't take that chip, I'm going to shoot you, or I'm going to kill your family. What's the point? Well, it's all the way to the Most High. We're not saying that we're not going to take a chip. We pray that we don't take it, but a good reasoning behind it is, what's the point? What's the point? Say you save a life, you still are going to want to frig up world, lose your integrity, and Esau's the devil, reigning over us. So in the idea, there's no point, So like, give me a minute. Should I care about that? Verse 7, it says, and give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's just it. Until Jerusalem, the nation and on the whole is a praise in the earth, then there's no stopping. I remember the elder Shumba share a song one time. I don't remember the name of the artist, not the title. But it's like there's a section in the site that say none of us are free if one of us is chained. Like even they say you take $1 billion, you still don't take $1 billion. So you have a yacht, you have a high private island or whatever. But people still in slavery. Yahushua still haven't gotten his revenge. This world is still polluted. Everything is still out of whack. We, in general, still, going off, So until Jerusalem is a praise in the earth, there's no stopping. There's no easing up. There's no break, Right? It's full throttle, until the kingdom of heaven, right? Of this precept here, Yahushua statement. This is Luke chapter 18 and verse 1. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. So when we pray for ultimately, the ultimate prayer always supposed to really have is salvation, deliverance. We want to get the fuck out of this place, out of this nightmare. When everything is out of whack. We look at the mindset of our people, and this was inspired, by just observing Jake, seeing Jake going off, I know that me no much better, you see me, and even worse, me will have this wisdom, as it's written, he that know it, the will of the Most High, and do it in not shall be beaten with many stripes. But just to see what people bugged out, to walk, there's nothing here, there's nothing to accept. You still have that scripture says set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all abomination and be done in the midst thereof, and seeing the wickedness, there's no control over that, so there's no happiness here, so we can't fear, we can't stop. The race not complete yet, the mission not complete yet, right? It's a saying that there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regarded man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust should say. So this woman was so, we call it now, so zealous, that she don't give him no break, like if I watch like medieval movies, you just think about when the king sit down and, like give an announcement who will come. They say that we there again. The woman there again, because you know what she come with. That's how we're supposed to set up these prayers, beg for deliverance, because at the end of the day, on the Most High can grant that petition. So him knows, so we are linking for that, which he has promised. I think give Apostle God power, say gave that recommendation as well. So when we pray, if we remind the Most High of his promise, say, how about you? You said this, and we only can rely on your promise, in your words, so we are wait for this fulfill. Because we're not no choice. It says, verse 7, and shall not Yahweh avenge his one elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he be along with them? So though it seems like it's a forever time, you're lasting long, but the Most High adventure, so we just have to keep the faith, and don't just sell out for nothing here, in general. Don't fall for the okie dokie, As remember that bigger brother Kabash, did a lesson in the scripture in Luke 6. He said, one to them that are rich in this world, for them receive them consolation. It's like you lose a race here, but you get a little hush, prize, for comfort, a little feelings. We don't want that, We don't want a half price. We don't want no tainted gift. We don't want a hush money, no. You see me? We want the kingdom, We want what is ours. We want what was promised. We don't want nothing from Esau. We want him in a slavery. You see me? That's the only thing we'll do. You want a spiritual body. We want to be perfect, right? Well, we're not gonna go off against the power, yo. We want the Lord to live and reign among us. That was promised. We want the scriptures come to pass. And nothing else we do. We want to see people, right, being righteous. We want to see a woman, yo. We're out at work right now and bug the fuck out. We want to see a woman being righteous in the kingdom as written. Thy people shall be all righteous. Nothing else will do. He says, I tell you that he will avenge him speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Says the question, will we still be found faithful? Because Yahushua is coming back, as you have this last precept here on deck. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. So all here really referring to the elect on this side. So it's a grace period hoping, if we'll get ourselves right. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the element shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And we want this place light, yo. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of this shit. We're tired of seeing wickedness, literally. I want to come to an end. I want to wake up from this nightmare. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So if we really look forward for these things, or believe this will come to an end, then we're not supposed to accept nothing here. We're not supposed to say we're not supposed to lay our treasures upon earth, but matter and rust did corrupt. We're supposed to lay our treasures in heaven. Our mind, our heart's supposed to be on heaven, the things that is written. Right? And then we're supposed to labor, for entering that kingdom, not labor for, the rest here, because really and truly there's nothing here. Nothing here will satisfy our soul or spirit. It's as it's written, it's polluted. And we see it every single day. The minds of our people, gone. And if our people alone, people in general, the mind of them gone. Everything is just chaotic. And hell bent, and people are stuck on self-destruct. We don't want this no longer, So how can we get out? By calling on the Lord, Yes, in the scripture gonna say it. Verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahushua, which Yahushua is coming back. Yahweh is sending Yahushua. So we're supposed to haste this day for the Lord return, for deliver us out of this hell, this nightmare. Because wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the element shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So the Most High promised us a new world, which the world now refer to Ikomini, the planet, on earth. You're referring to a new rulership, a new age, right, which is going to be the age of the Israelites, rulership of the nation of Israel, of course, with our Lord Yahushua directly here among us, as is written. As it says, Israel, right, I got a world without end. That's how it is a righteous age. Nothing else will do, so we can't stop. We can't give him no rest. We can't give in, to all of this chaos that's here. And let's give us our righteous man fall it 7 times and get it back up. And we can't be over much righteous, not saying that he not will get certain things where, somewhat comfort the flesh here. But our mind should never be settled here, never. We can't afford that. If we pray for the Spirit. And that's why the Most High even give us these hiccups as well at times, these things turn in our flesh, it get us irritated. That we desire really the kingdom of heaven. Because that's the only time, we'll really be at rest, when we get delivered. So that's the lesson really. Hope it is edifying until I go there. So the thought, giving all praises of course to Oboya, how about Shemi Oshai, or Shemi Baruch.